So, very good evening, everyone. And my name is Dr. Ajay. I am director of SARA.
And my name is Dr. Kiran, and I am Director of Science to Data Science.
And we welcome to both Aishwarya and Khushbu for this online course, Data Visualization using Excel. So, around 16 participants registered for this course, but two turn up. So, but we are proud of both of you. And today we are very honored because we have data visualization expert with us, Miss Natalia Kiseleva. And thank you so much for giving this session to our students. And this session is completely not for profit. And we just want students to improve their data skills. And that's why Natalia and Sarah, we agreed to conduct this 4 hours training. And now over to Natalia. Yes.
Okay, is it? Oh, we have more people. Great. I think everyone will catch up. I'll share my screen. Yes. So you'll see my beautiful Excel guy here. Yes. Let me. Do you see my screen? Please tell me some word about it.
Yes. And you can
Great.
full screen, then it will be great, I guess.
Yes, I'll make it full screen. So later I could check a chat, but now I'm a little fixed with with my presentation.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's awesome. It is visible.
Nice. We are onto the course data visualization using Excel. Data visualization is really nice field. It's beautiful, it's interesting, and it's rich and have different directions. And I want to touch it a little to tell you about the beautiful part and about the practical part. So you could, after these 4 hours, will have a nice experience, nice skills and tools to use them in your profession, in your job, everyday job. And I hope you will love this field, and maybe you will think, what about you will upgrade yourself in this direction. So my name is Natalia Kiseleva. I'm software engineer, BI analyst, and database trainer. So now I'm more educator and database and data art popularizer. I'm trained in different universities. I'm living in Russia, in St. Petersburg. I'm mentor of the International Data Visualization Society, and I'm collaborate with Institute of Business Intelligence and Make Data Speak community too. I love Power BI and Tableau tools, so I'm like into dashboards, but still I love the creative part too. I'm a comics artist and a data artist. I love the creativity, creative part of data visualization. And I'm the founder of the community, of the data art community, Flowers and Numbers, where we could play a little with data and make something beautiful out of it. So I wanted to tell you about it and all this great direction. So you could appreciate the value and the beauty of data visualization. This is one of our course goals. Also, you could understand the power of data storytelling. It's a really useful skill in business life, in your professional life. Also, I want to show you the foundation of data visualization in Excel, because Excel is really common tool. And if you know how to make beautiful visualization in Excel, it will be easy for you to work with Power BI, for example, or maybe use other tools more complicated, because the rules everywhere similar. If you know the foundations, you could apply them in any tool. Also, I want to give you little hacks and tricks how to communicate effectively with data. Course structure is really simple. Yes, because we have only 4 hours. Yes, so that is introduction. A little data basic in Excel, because I don't know your level, and we have to touch a data part a little. And then we will work in Excel. We will practice, and I will tell you about charts, how to make chart choosing, how to work with colors. I will show you some slides, some interesting data stories, and show you how to make beautiful charts in Excel, make a little story and little storytelling charts in Excel. And I'll tell you more about storytelling itself as a direction in data visualization. And in Excel too, like Excel, everything will be with Excel without some coding, some BI tool, etc. So about data visualization, it's my favorite part. I love to repeat it again and again. So what is data visualization? If we go for Wiki, we will find this simple definition like data visualization is the practice of designing and creating easy to communicate graphic or visual representation of complex data with the help of visual items. Something. It's just definition. It's not so easy to consume. So, you know, in modern world, there are a big amount of data. You could see this little guy, as he is a little scary, because there is so many data around us, and each year it became a bigger amount of data in the world. And each profession even have to work with data. Even those who never worked with data before in last decades now have to. Maybe you're like fitness trainer, maybe you are just some, I don't know, educator. You have to work with data, with some Excel, with sheets, with long tables, and our mobile phone collect our data for us, and the data is everywhere. And as you see, prognosis made by Statista, it's going to the sky, this chart with data in future years. I think it even became worse. You know, now it's about AI. So if you don't want to be like inside of this volume of data, you have to do something. You have to work with it, because it's really hard to understand a dozen of worksheets with big tables with hundreds of rows and dozens of columns. How you could consume it, how you could understand it. It's impossible. It's really could you could spend a big amount of time on it. That's why we need data visualization. I don't know, do you have do you want some interactivity? But you could find a minimum and maximum values in this table. I'll give you several seconds for it. It's just a little practice if you want to. Because, you know, we have to work with tables, but it's not so easy. This table is little, just, you know, one screen. But what if we have a dozen of such a table and we have to find something there, find some data, some insight, some anomaly, or maybe minimum and maximum? You could spend like a minutes, maybe 10 seconds, 20 on it. It's really struggling. But if we call for data visualization help, because we need to work faster with data, we don't have these hours to find one digit. We could use, for example, color. This type of chart is called a heat map. It's just a table where you could use a color to highlight the big values like with green and small values with red, and the shades of orange other detalization. This type of chart helps to find anomalies and patterns. And if we're looking for minimum and maximum, it could help us to save a time, because we don't have hours to look for one digit again, repeated. What if we are looking for best and worst months? We have to calculate in our mind. It's really complicated. It's hard to see the digits all together. So again, if we want to see some aggregations and see them in 1 second, we need data visualization, because it's too slow. If I begin to look for, I don't know, for the best month or for the worst month, maybe it's September, but maybe July. I'm not so sure, but March looks really red. This diagram don't help me. It looks like plain table, and it consumes a big amount of time to find the best and worst months. But we need to do it faster. But if I make a chart out of it and highlight with a color, for example, minimum, I could see easily July. I need just 1 second to understand that July is the worst month, and 2 seconds to understand that November is the best one. So because we need this time, we don't have many of time. It's really expensive seconds, because there are many employees in the company, and if each of them will spend hours to find the data, in the end of the year we have like millions and millions hours just going for nowhere. That's why we have to aggregate our data to show it in easy way, in compact and useful way. That's why we need data visualization, just to save our time. Areas of data visualization application, there are many of them, and I'll show you several examples. Simplest, it's just charts, that we will make in Excel too. We'll try them. Simple, beautiful, nice charts that when you want to see your data, you could just show some digits, maybe aggregate something and understand the situation. Like, okay, I have 5 digits. You could see it by eyes. It's really useful. If you go like deeper and we will find like a data storytelling presentation where the slides with chart, with the data, with some annotations, with titles, subtitles. It's a really nice type of data visualization. I call them like business data storytelling. We will try to make something like this on our course. Next approach is make dashboards. Dashboards are great interactive tool where the data from several sources are consumed in one place. And you could interact with the dashboard. You could click it, filter it, drill down on some data. You could make some cross-filtration when you're touching one chart and everything is changing, filtering. So it's a really great and beautiful product. They could be stylish and interesting. They could be plain, but still they're complex. There could be some mobile application. I think in my mobile, I have some app with like how many steps I made in day, and with some simple data visualization. Banking applications, they have some charts to show you your data because mobile have many data inside. This one is not like mobile, it's just some example of mobile dashboards. But still, if you're watching for some simple visualization, you could find it everywhere around us. Journalistic data stories, like it's a data storytelling too, but not like a business, not a presentation, but maybe interactive website, or maybe some storytelling when scrolling the site, the website, and the dots became charts, then the moving around became map, and it's always a beautiful, sparkling project sometime for general audience, telling some interesting, some information about global situation or some important stuff. So this example, after COVID, I think everyone know many beautiful and interesting examples of data storytelling like this. Infographic. I love this example of Nils Milga. It's about Beatles, about how many songwriters per album by year, some dynamic, and the author used this metaphor like a rainbow. I think this disc means something, cloud. So it looks beautiful. It's bright, interesting, some stars, dots, and something. It means something, but it's hard to read. It's beautiful and interesting, but you couldn't find the digits here, like straight digits. You don't have it. But maybe you could click something and highlight it with mouse. This infographic is interactive, for example. But it's not good for, every year report in your company. It's more creative. If we're going to the direction of more creative data visualization, we will go to data art. For example, this is a project of Kirill Bensi, The Dark Side and the Light. And he's this beautiful poster. You could put it on your wall and you could like it, just nice design. But here's the data about the Star Wars characters, all characters of Star Wars with a different color connection for their communities, for who is the bad guy, who is the good guy, alliances, etc. So it looks like a beautiful poster, but still there is data inside, but it's somehow hidden there. So I love this direction because it's just beautiful. How to understand that you're seeing data art. If you want to hang it on your wall in your room, then and you have data inside, then this is the data art. What? As you could see, they have a different level of of visual accuracy and reading speed. A simple chart is really fast to read. You could see digits, you could see side of the bars, you could read data storytelling slide, you could easily understand the idea. Dashboard is not so straight, but still it have its accuracy. And it's beautiful. It's somehow stylish. Then you're going writer and writer. It became more aesthetic appealing, and it's tried to be more engaging. Because when you have to attract a general audience, you have to be beautiful, interesting, unusual. So you're going to the right to the right side. Because on your work, you couldn't just run away. You have to read your report. Yes, in the internet and in the global media, it's not so simple. If you want to attract someone's attention, you have to work hard. Because everyone have mobiles and the movies with the kittens, no one have to read your project. So your project must be eye-catching, must be interesting, even if it's a project like on some boring data. That's why emotional engagement and aesthetical appealing on the right, visualization accuracy and reading and speed of reading on the left. Like all these different directions are not better or worse. They have different goals and they have different options. I don't know. So I hope you understand the idea. Dashboards are like in the middle, quite appealing, quite engaging, quite and quite speed for reading. Yes. So what about data storytelling? Why we need here? People from the ancient times are telling a story to each other. Like, we love it. It's type of communication for us. I think it is the foundation of our civilization. Yes, and of course, that when we're talking about data storytelling, we often think about like big projects like this one, the falling of the World War II, about to show some data, to touch people, maybe to show something beautiful with beautiful metaphor like this project about US migration, make like, like a tree cut. So this is like a journalistic data storytelling. It could be beautiful, maybe, they use the charts, but they put some annotations, some animation, and trying to give you the understanding of complex topic. It's a good examples, but it's not so easy to make such a project. It's really hard. I love the project with illustration, when you try to communicate with people, like touch it emotionally with like, everyone will be like putting themselves into the project, like, oh my God, this is the Bill, Melinda, and what is this girl? What is she? It's touching. I love that this simple illustration is beautiful, and they help readers to understand the topic. But maybe this, simple reading, simple drawing and simple text, but it's somehow engaging. Yes, we will see, and especially, this mask, COVID visualization, and some data inside. It's interesting, but it's something for internet, something for journalists, for media person. But what if we are not journalists? We could use data storytelling too, but we will use it in our slides, in our presentations. It's a really popular method to communicate in business, to make slides, work in PowerPoint, input your data there. But don't just make some chart. Make your chart like talk for you, help you to communicate your data. Make your data simple and visible with some little tricks, with colors highlighting, with annotations, with nice talking titles. It's not a big, it's not a rocket science, but still there are some tricks that will be helpful if you want to work with data storytelling. So it's like all tricks are the same, like with all these beautiful projects. But this field is wider because there are so many PowerPoint person who have to make reports once a week or once a month. But data journalism it's not so wide field. There are not so many vacations in this field, not so many offers, but presentation is wider, and I hope this skill will be better for you and bring you some upgrade and nice wage. So let's talk about it. I like this idea of Colin Affleck when she talked about development in data visualization field, because everyone begin from data. They begin to collect the data, watching the tables, and just trying to see the data. Then when we're enough with this table, it's too much table, too hard to see the digits, we're trying to make ugly charts. It's like our simple steps when we're trying to understand our data, when we're trying to communicate our data to someone, to show our data. Yes, we're trying to visualize it. Here's our ugly charts. Next step, where is the skill begin to work? We're trying to make a simple but clean and beautiful charts. They don't tell in some story, just nice and beautiful chart. It could be work well on dashboard, for example, or just in some beautiful report. And the next step, when you know how to make your chart nice and clean, then you will add some story inside. You will make a good chart out of it. You will add a message to the title. You will focus the attention of your reader on some part of your data. You will annotate it, these charts. So we will try to go on this way after call. And the next step, which we won't touch, will be a real data storytelling, like the presentation of the data. The first slide, second slide, third slide, yes. But this course is not about PowerPoint and like real storytelling in presentation, like IDA methods, etc. But it's a close to it. And when you will feel yourself comfortable with simple charts and with the good charts, next step is the data stories. So let's begin with data. We needed to count things. Yes. People could be different. You could write about yourself in the chat. What's your background? You could be just some picture person. Maybe you're a designer. Maybe you work with some graphical element, SMM person or something from market, from, I don't know how you call it, PR. Yes, you could be a technician, like you know how to code, you work well with data. Or maybe you're a manager, you know how to work with many, how to communicate with people, but maybe you're not into design or something. So you could have different background. Please write about it 2 words for us, so I could understand what's your level. Because of course, I'll just touch a basics of work with data. Maybe you're a technician and it will be just some boring stuff for you. If you picture person or manager, maybe you don't know it yet. So let's like go to the same line and get the basics of the data. What are the data and why we have to work with it, make it clean and nice? Because if you have dirty data on the entrance, we will have wrong and dirty charts in the end. Often we could see the data as a tables, and whereas rows are records and columns, vertical one, are variables. The data could be bad and dirty. For example, if someone collects this data wrongly, you will have wrong digits. For example, if you have several person in our table about our managers and you will type the same name in different manner, Excel or BI tool don't understand that it is like a 2 different, this is a 1 person, and the data will treat them as 2 different people, and you will have like not 1 digit, maybe 2, maybe 3, 4, and your data will be wrong and with some minor problem inside. So we have to work with data, and only after we will be sure that our data is clean and nice without duplication, without some missing values, etc., only then we will go to create chart based on it. What is the structure? Okay, 1 row is 1 observation. It's like the simple structure, the simplest table. Column is a variable. This example you could see, we have each row is a surname, name and surname of someone. Second column is a country. Then we could see the variable age, variable height, variable weight, and variable gender. Simple table. And 1 row is information about 1 person. I hope you are familiar with such a data format. There is 2 popular formats like wide tables and long tables. Even in data visualization, they use both of these formats. It's not like a wide is a bad, long is a good, no. But when we're working with people. For people, it's more comfortable to work with wide format. So if data is put inside Excel like manually, you could work with wide format. And it could be more compact because you don't have the duplication here. But when we're working with a computer, with a PC, with the databases and BI tools, we have to use long format because here we have the names of the variable. In the white tables, we don't have them, as you could see. We have some duplication. For example, it's the same data, as you could see, the name of the person, the year, and the value. But here, the name of the year became the header of the column. So each header has the name of the year as their head. But here we have the same value block, yellow one, and we have duplication in the name column and in the year column, like Andrew, 21, 22, 23, 24, 21, 22, 23, etc. As you could see, it's many duplication, but for PC, it's the most popular type of consuming format because each row is unique. We have only one row for Andrew in 21st year, for Andrew in 22nd year. So it's comfortable. And even data visualization tool, some of them love this format, wide one. Some of them prefer long format. So I want to help you how to work with them, how to make from wide table to the long. And we will have this little task. But I'll recommend you to use the long format because it's more popular for the BI tools, for the big data. And when you're working with small data, day by day, after week and after month, your small data could be a little big for manually working with it, and it will begin to break, to broken everything. So data quality is really important. And before working with data, you have to clean it. I'll show how to clean. You have to check data types. Sometimes you have to filter it and sort it because we could see a big amount of data, but we don't want to show all of it on our chart. Sometimes you have to use simple formulas. We touch this topic a little because our course is not about like formulas and data is Excel. We just, I'll show you maybe 2 or 3 most popular for the data visualization. And of course, we have to prepare our table for charts. Little tricks. So what we will do, we will, if we want to clean data, we have to delete empty rows, check for duplicates, remove extra spaces, trim function, make nice names like with function proper. For example, you have like Natalia Kiseleva with a small letter and Natalia Kiseleva with a caps letter in different rows. This function will make it looks beautiful and the same formatting. And of course, you know, the data always have these ugly symbols with some blank symbols, some dot symbols. It's awful. And you always have to find and replace them to make your data beautiful. It's like an everyday practice. Yes. Then we have to check the data types because we could work with text or maybe with numbers. And dates will just break everything, like this memo about Excel, who just could turn everything into 1090 year. Yes. So we will chat a little about cell formatting, a little. And then filter and sorting. I think it's the simplest element, simplest part. Simplest formulas that I will show you. We will this just for them to function and 4 more here. And late tricks, just check that everything is nice and clear and we don't have some mixing problems. And we're going to visualize it, visualize our data. Why we're doing it? Because if we don't clean our data, you could get this strange and unstable and hard on unbeautiful, dirty and ugly chart on the left. After cleaning, you could get beautiful, nice, clean chart like on the right. So that's our idea. That's it. Beautiful table. That's what we need. Let's practice a little. I'll send you a link. And please open it, download it. Let me open chart. That's it. Else, I'll give you this link. You could work together with me, and you could work later. I'll have a complex task for you. And please save your file and put it to this folder. So I could check it later. Maybe if you have some troubles and I could understand your level of working with data, maybe you will just, I could do pivot table easy. Don't touch me with your data cleaning practice. It's also easy for me. So let's practice a little with the dirty data. Open the link I sent it you and file, download it, please. As an XLSX, as an Excel file. We will work in Excel, not in Google Sheets. It's a similar tool, but it's more limited. If you know how to make beautiful chart in Excel, you will know how to make it in Google Sheet too. But it's just not a topic for us, and Excel is better, just better. But Google Sheet is free. Yes. So let's go for this beautiful, ugly data chart I made for you. So we have some type of table here. It somehow looks like a table, but you could see there is some problem. Our data is in different formats. Our sales amount has a different dollars in different format too. Sometimes it's just digit, sometimes it's text. Here we could see some symbols, many blanks here, many dots here, what's going on, and it's normal. Data is always dirty, and we always have to clean it. You could see USA in big letters and little one. You could see Canada with some blanks in the beginning. Normal, especially if you download data from some public big data set, it will be so dirty, and you will just spend an hours to make it nice and clean, but you have to do it. You have to work with data if you are in the data field. And so you could see this some grouped cells. It's ugly stuff, but many data sets have them. Especially if someone work with data manually, they love to put some this grouping elements. So let's make this data clean one by one. How we could work with it. First of all, let's remove these elements because, you know, it's hard to select data nicely. As you could see, I want to select 4 cells, but I select more because this element break everything. I'll just put this merge and center button, and it will become nice blanks. I don't need blanks here. Let's remove them. Just select and delete. Select, it's empty. I don't need it. Delete. Once more, merge and center. Delete. I could just delete it without unmerging, but delete. I even don't like this one. I'll just delete it and delete these 2 rows. Better to remove the first column too. If your data will go to some BI tool, for example, it's better to remove blank columns and blank rows too. For manual working, it's okay to leave them, but still always think, what if someone will upload your data from your beautiful, nice Excel for some BI tool or for some database? You have to clean it. Okay, I could see that my data have some duplication with names, with some little dashing, with some line. What could I do here? I could select it, Control-C, copy. I could select this column, and I want to, like, Control-F, find and replace button, because here we have this instrumentary, like it's Control-F. I hope you know it. The most important button. We could find something, but the most useful, we could replace something like this with a blank. Replace all. And now my data became a little cleaner. Okay. I don't like my US, Canada looks strange. I could just manually make like Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, like this, and this one. I could make some complex formulas. There's different way. Let's try different approaches here. I could see some duplication with John Smith. We have a proper formula. Let's try how it works. I select F cell, proper. Break, select this cell and break. It looks the same, but if I drag in a longer, I could see that second one became beautiful name, not like this, the small letter, but a nice one. We have only one just problem. Now I could copy it, right button, paste values. Now it looks the same, and it's not a formula now, because this is a formula I could see, and now I could delete it. I have some space here, you could see it. If it's just one place, you could just delete it with your hands, or we could type the trim formula, trim function, select, and again, drag it here. Now it's clean, clean name table. Control C, right button, values. Looks nice. I'll delete it. It's like a technical column here. We could make the same with electronics. We could delete this long blank here with the same trim technique. But or you could make it like manually. It's nice too. If you have small data set and you have a little free time, looks better. The most trouble we have here with dates and with sales amount. I hope you know that the data have different formats. And data could be like digits, data could be words, and data could be date. So yes, there are many different formats, and I hope you could work with them. And it's the best situation when in your column, all the data have the same format. If we're working with text, all column is a text. If you're working with digit, like some amount of money, all column is digit. But here you could see it's a digit, it's a symbol, it's a text. It's all have different formatting. Even you could see that one elements are going to the left alignment, other going for the right alignment, because by default in Excel, digits are aligned for the right and text is aligned for the left. So if you see such a situation like some strange zigzag elements, then this is a text, this is digit, text, digit, digit, text. And again, it's a bad situation. You have to fix it somehow. Because here is a wrong symbol. You know, in India, you have a different symbol in digits. In Russia, we have other symbols. And in US and Great Britain, etc., there are many different symbols. And where you got your data, no one knows. And you have some crazy stuff inside. Dots, blanks. You could have data like this. And who knows what is it? You have to fix it, sometimes by hand. Sometimes by Control V and replace. You will replace the blanks with nothing. Replace all like this. I fixed 2 digits, this and this. You could remove dollars and it became 1 and 2. I think it's wrong something here. Let's add 2 more elements and remove this comma. And add 2 zeros. Yes, it looks better. We could remove this USD and this pound. I think it's a mistake. And now we understand that, oh my God, and what's the money? Let's put it to the title. We need to show something, but we are working with USD, with dollars. Right, it's US dollars, for example. What was this one? I'm not sure. I think it's wrong. Let's put the data like this. So now it's digits. Maybe they have different formatting. How we're working with formatting in Excel. You're selecting the data, and here on the top, you could see the general format. General is like everything, everything, and what just do you want? If you check here, you could just type numbers. And all this became numbers in the formatting that is comfortable for you, for your Excel, and for your regional settings on your PC if you work with Windows. What we could do with this with these values, we could remove the decimals. We don't need them here. It's not beautiful. We could add this comma style and remove decimals again. Now it's easy to read because it's, you know, it's again, international format here. It goes for Russian. Maybe you prefer some different format in India. So just you could select the comfortable format for you, but just make it beautiful and remove the cluttering symbols. What I mean by cluttering symbols, I mean this. No one need like 5 or 6 zeros. No one need them. Just remove them. So your data will look cleaner and better. Okay, we are somehow we've got right with these digits with USD, but the data is most complicated part. Remember the memo about Joey? Data in Excel is just some trouble every time. But still, let's fix it. As you could see, in different countries, they have a different formatting, like US, like month, day, year, Great Britain, like day, month, year, and everyone, sometimes people just write by text, like March, everyone, sometimes make compact variant or with text inside. It's the mess. So you have to choose one format. If I just make it short date, it won't help because even Excel couldn't understand what's going on here. Is it text? As you could see, it's aligned to the left. Excel thinks this is a text. So we have to fix it even by hand. I think this 15th of March. So let's make it just like this. No, I forgot this one. Okay, he got it. He understand it. And now it's aligned by right. And the date format works well. Let's fix this. It's the same story. Let's make it free, not slash dot text. I have to fix it. Later, we could make it look better, but for now, we just have to make it the same formatting. Let's do it by hand because it's too hard to make it automatically. We have some missing data here. Maybe it's duplication. I could see several duplications in this data set, so we'll fix it later too. Oh, sorry. I'll drink a little water. Okay. How we're working with data. We have to check our data format. You're going here. The short date, okay. But sometimes it's not enough. And we're going for more number formats. Here you could see I have some Russian words here. It's normal. You could choose a different locale here. Let's look for English, like universal for us. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. English, United Kingdom. Oh my God, United States, and just mess with the data. You could choose this one. Now it will contain text, but when you are selected, you could see it's still a digit universal format, but visually it's a good readable. And you could easily change it, go in here, and even we could touch custom and change something like work with this strange symbol and make it, for example, only month, wow, or only year. So working with your data like in BI tools, I'll make Ctrl-Z to remove it a little. Or maybe even I'll return like the international format so we could clean our data to continue. Okay, I think we have some missing values here. So I will call my manager and like, hey, manager, what's going on with Emily Davis? I don't have the data. Oh, it's just some mistake or error. Okay, I'll remove Emily. Or maybe I'll type the data. Who knows? I could see the duplication row with John Smith. It's a low probability. So John Smith bought something the same in the same date. So I think it's duplication too, but still I have to check because in some data sets, it's normal to have different rows for one person, many rows. So it's okay. Again, I remember that there was some duplication with this digit and it's the same name. So I'll remove it too. And as I could see, my data set don't have Emily Davis and Emily Davis again. Yes, I have some duplication, and I'll remove them because I think my data set don't need some duplication, and my full name is unique. So we don't have people who bought something twice. So let's check. We have nice and clean data. I removed all duplications. My country names are good. My data are good. Everything is nice. What we could do later, we could select all these elements and make it and format it as a table. It will help us to work with our data like this. So many beautiful and bright options. Please choose something plain, something like this. It will ask, do you have headers? I have headers, full name, country, date, it's my headers. Okay, we have this pointer here. Okay, my table became blue. It's not what I wanted. It's not my main interest. I wanted to make these beautiful arrows so I could sort my data. I could filter my data. I could check the limitations of my data and the structure of it. It's interesting. For example, I could open country and I could see that I have only 3 countries, Canada, UK, and USA, and I don't have some strange names with them. So when you make this smart table, as we call it, you could check your data. Go to each column and check. Are there some anomalies, some blanks, some strange names, some duplications? And check the amount of elements, because here we have USA, 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 but we have only 3 countries in the end. Check the minimum and the maximum. Everything looks okay. Check how many elements we have. Only 2 categories. Looks nice. And the most important stuff, we could sort it, for example, by sales amount. Let's do it. Sort from Z to A. No, I don't want to make it by name. I'm going to the D column and sort this from largest to smallest. Yes. So now I could see that John Smith is the best buyer in my shop. What is it? And the Anna Brown bought something little. So I could work with my data. I could use it somehow. I could make a nice chart out of it. I could filter it. For example, I don't want to see buyers from UK and Canada. I'll just remove these elements and I will see only from US. 3 people, beautiful. If I don't like the idea, I'm going to these filter options and return my beautiful Canada and UK back. Maybe I don't need home uplands category. I'll remove it from my table. That's it. I could copy the table. I could save it to other worksheet. I could do something with it. Or I could just return all my filters to the basic. I could sort by data. I could sort like alphabetically or by country. But the most powerful sorting is always for the most important column, for money. Okay, we have several more minutes. So now this table is ready to make chart for us. Simple chart with, for example, name and amount. Or maybe if we play a little with it, we could make more complex chart. We could count something, for example, using simple formulas like sum, and count how many monies we've got, like this. Or maybe what's the average bill? Average, you could see this simple function. Click, select the range, break it, like this. Or maybe we have to count how many we have clients. You have these formulas. Let me show them for you. Where are them? Yes. Count A and count A unique. What's the difference? Count A help you to count entries. Count unique will help you to count unique entries. It's really popular when you have that one person make many purchased in your shop, for example. So you could play with these formulas too. But before we're going and run away, I want to show you one trick, how to unpivot the table, how to make from wide table, the long one. And so you will play a little with formulas. If you have time, make this little homework. So repeat my steps if you don't have time during the lesson. And maybe try to make simple chart, because tomorrow we will play with charts already. There will be beautiful charts. I love it. But today we will stop with data. So let me show you the unpivot trick, this one. I just want you to know that you could do it in Excel. It's really not so simple task. There are so many people struggling with this data and working with this like manually. But Excel is really powerful tool. So when you make this table, you could save it on this clean worksheet, or maybe just leave it there. Don't nothing more. Let's practice. Here is a just simple table, like in the example. We have name column and we have a years column, but I want to make it vertical. A nice long table where the year is the name of the variable, like year, and inside the column of year will be years, like 221, 222, not digits. We even don't know what's the data inside. So how to work with this in Excel? It's like a really great trick. Please remember it. Select your data. Go to the data menu. We need two buttons. Remember them. First buttons push from table range on the data bookmark. Now we're going into the Power Query. Power Query is really powerful technique. Excel is a really great tool, and it works great with data. And Power Query is really nice and complex. And inside Power BI, it's the same Power Query inside, and it's just a cosmos, just a universe of data inside. We could make many monstrous things, but this one, please remember, it's a popular task. Now we're into Power Query Editor. It's like something different into the Excel. Be careful, don't touch anything. What we have to do here, select the columns that contain your years, your variable that you want to unpivot. It's called unpivoting. Select it with Shift, like you were selecting first row, Shift, selecting second, last row, or maybe with Control one by one if you have several of them. Next button, you have to remember, you're going to transform menu and little button unpivoting. Unpivoted columns, that's it. Just push it. Magic. Now we have to give a name for this attribute, double click, year. You could make it later in the Excel. That's it. Don't touch anything. We're going to the home, bookmark, save, close, and load. The Excel will create a new table for you with some scary stuff on the right. If you don't familiar with some pivoting table or something, it will be complicated to you, but don't worry. But still, you have this nice vertical table with Natalia for 4 years with the value in vertical format, not the wide one. So that's it for today. If you have some question, please ask me. I want you to practice a little, to clean the data, to make the auto table, source the data, try formulas maybe. We already tried with sum as average, try count A and try count A unique. It just could be useful for you because counting unique entries is really nice. You are making it like count A, bracket, unique, bracket, data range, bracket. Try with it. And then you could try to make simple charts and try to repeat unpivoting. It's a really useful skill. This is why it's here. After that, please save your project into the data folder. I think I've sent it to you. Let me check. Yes, it's the last Drive Google.com. Please send it there. So I could understand. Is it okay for you? Maybe it's just, oh my God, it's too simple. I could make pivot tables easily. You could make a pivot table and show me that you could work with it. We have some simple, for example, you could count the sales amount for different product categories if you know how to do it. do it. So let me close this file. I want to see you tomorrow so we could chat about diagrams, the beautiful part. We just couldn't miss the data. Maybe it's boring sometime, but remember about pivoting. It's really important and it will help you in your professional life. So thank you to today. Good luck. Please send me something so I could understand your progress, and see you tomorrow.